was just saying, he's got a beautiful gloss on his coat at the moment.
Jockeys up then, and they're heading to post for this handicap chase over 3 miles and 3 furlongs. So there, the lengthening shadows there as they line up for race 4. Let's go back to John.
Thanks, Gordon. Still waiting for the flag to go in the air, but yes, the weather is taking a noticeable turn for the better here. Flag up now. Flag is down, the tape is back, and they're off and racing for the retraining of racehorses handicap chase over 3 miles, 3 furlongs with 22 fences to be jumped. And it's Buddha Scheme, who ran well in the 4-mile chase at Hexham back in November, so stamina more or less guaranteed with that one, who just about goes on here to Sutton Manor, who's racing in 2nd. So the two Lucinda Russell runners sitting 1 and 2 at the moment. Followed then by Polydora, fifth in the Lincolnshire National last time out, to Event of Civiler in the light colours, going the shortest way around that first bend, then Asking for Answers in the green. Green and gold of Scoop the Pot, the JP McManus colours, and the Air Specialist Strong Economy to the back of the field. First of the 22 fences, and there's a faller there, and it's Event of Civiler. Appears to be up okay. In fact, the jockey looks to have caught Event of Civiler as well, which is good news as they take the second. Strong Economy somewhat clambered over it at the rear of the field, so a little bit of early drama there, but things look okay down there at the first fence as they make their way over the next obstacle. And well, Event of Civiler is now running loose, but appears to be all right, so wasn't caught for too long as they make their way down towards the next. And the lead is with Sutton Manor, Buddha Scheme on the inside, followed then by Polydora. Asking for Answers jumped that a little bit clumsily, then followed by Scoop the Pot, and Strong Economy's at the rear of the field, and the riderless Event of Civiler is galloping on seemingly without a care in the world as they make their way past us with 2 circuits of the track to go. Buddha Scheme, who was third over 3 miles here not so long ago, doesn't do a huge amount in a hurry, this horse, but has stamina in abundance. To Sutton Manor in the white and red, racing in second. Sheepskin Noseband of Polydora in third. This horse has just spied the stables there and may have veered off towards them. They're then followed by Asking for Answers in the green and white colours, and then Scoop the Pot on the outside of Strong Economy, who's run 19 times under rules, 18 of them here at Ayr, as they make their way towards the next fence, the first over the far side. Riderless horse still galloping on, but a little bit away from them now over on the far side of the track as they come towards the row of 5 fences down the far side. Sutton Manor it is that goes on here in the hands of Stephen Mulqueen to Polydora, then on the inside Buddha Scheme as they come to this one now. Sutton Manor, Buddha Scheme, Polydora. Bit of a mistake there from Strong Economy towards the rear of the field. Buddha Scheme just being nudged along for a stride or two in the hands of Blair Campbell as they make their way to the next. This is another plain one. And the lead, still just about with Sutton Manor to Buddha Scheme, the stable companions. Polydora in third, Asking for Answers is in fourth position. And then followed by Scoop the Pot, and at the back of the field is Strong Economy. Making their way to the next and over it, a Buddha Scheme on the inside of Sutton Manor. Polydora, the big big sheepskin noseband as well, and Asking for Answers, who comes into this race on a hat-trick, having won in the lower levels last 2 starts. It was a particularly good jump there from Polydora, just ploughed through that fence somewhat. That was the fourth over on the far side as they make their way towards the next, and it's Buddha Scheme on the inside of Sutton Manor. Buddha Scheme the white sleeve, Sutton Manor the red cap as they take that good leap from Buddha Scheme there. Polydora on the outside of Asking for Answers, who's getting a nice bit of cover from that leading trio, and then Scoop the Pot and Strong Economy. So the jumping's done for a little while now. They'll be making the turn into the home straight, still with well over a circuit to go, and 13 fences in all still to be jumped. The next they will come to is the 10th, and it's Buddha Scheme to Sutton Manor, then Asking for Answers, Polydora around the outside, the pink cap, then followed by Scoop the Pot and Strong Economy, who is at the rear of the field. So it's Buddha Scheme who leads them here by about a length to Sutton Manor racing in second. Buddha Scheme and Sutton Manor as they come towards the first of the 4 fences in the home straight. Then Polydora and Asking for Answers. Coming to this now, Sutton Manor, Buddha Scheme, both jumped it well. Polydora, rider just taking down a set of goggles there, the champ Brian Hughes. Then followed by Asking for Answers as they take that one. That's the open ditch in the home straight. And then followed by Scoop the Pot, and at the back of the field Strong Economy, taking what will be the second last in a circuit's time. Buddha Scheme jumped it well to in second position Sutton Manor. Strong Economy just being nudged along there, but still very much within shouting distance as they come towards what will be the last in a circuit's time. And it's Buddha Scheme and Sutton Manor, these two. Buddha Scheme, good leap again, not a very good leap from Asking for Answers. He's had 1 or 2 hairy jumps in this contest thus far. No harm done, but not been quite as fluent as some. So they're passing us. 1 more circuit of the track to get round. That's 9 fences in all, and it's Buddha Scheme, who's never been too far away, to Sutton Manor. These two keeping one another company out in front to Polydora, who's taken the 3 wide train most of the way round. Then on the inside, the green of Asking for Answers. Scoop the Pot has been patiently ridden by Alan Corley And then at the back of the field, Strong Economy. Buddha Scheme, who was just nudged along around this point on the previous circuit, is, reprising his party piece here as they make their way down the far side for the final time. Sutton Manor, Buddha Scheme, these two, to Polydora, asking for answers, and then Scoop the Pot and Strong Economy is at the back of the field in the now glorious sunshine as they head to the first of the 5 fences down the far side for the final time. They jump in almost directly opposite us here in the grandstand. Sutton Manor and Buddha Scheme, the 2 stable companions, have been travelling companions throughout as well as they take that, and they both jumped in pretty well. I'd say Buddha Scheme slightly better this time than Sutton Manor, followed by Polydora asking for answers, Scoop the Pot and Strong Economy making their way down towards the next. Sutton Manor, Buddha Scheme just being squeezed along again, then Polydora, Scoop the Pot gets that little bit closer too. Sutton Manor nodded on landing, Buddha Scheme up the inside, then followed by Polydora, of course ran so well in that Lincolnshire National over the festive period as they come towards the next, and Sutton Manor regains the lead there. 1 or 2 dodgy leaps in behind, once again asking for answers wasn't very good. Scoop the Pot could have been better, but the momentum wasn't checked. Quickly on to the next, and Sutton Manor just the Buddha Scheme. Scoop the Pot wasn't very fluent there. Polydora's just in advance of that one, asking for answers is now being ridden along, and then right at the back of the field is Strong Economy. So they're making their way towards the final fence over on the far side. Buddha Scheme, Sutton Manor, these two as they come towards the next one. Buddha Scheme took off a good bit before the fence there, got over it okay. Sutton Manor in second. Polydora with all the weight on the back is going quite well, and Scoop the Pot, who's been quite wide throughout, is also making headway. Strong Economy and asking for answers, the two just struggling a little bit now. This is where the stamina is really going to kick in. 4 more fences left to jump, and still it's the stable companions, Sutton Manor and Buddha Scheme. Sutton Manor the red sleeves, Buddha Scheme the white sleeves, the diamond jacket, followed then by Scoop the Pot. Polydora is now huffing and puffing, then asking for answers, followed then by Strong Economy. They're making the turn for home now, and it's Sutton Manor just about the leader to Buddha Scheme. Scoop the Pot is being driven along, but is finding for that pressure. These 3 are well clear as they make their way towards the 4th last. Sutton Manor, Buddha Scheme towards it now. Sutton Manor just about the leader. Buddha Scheme though has got 4 miles stamina to play with towards the far side. Then after that in third, Scoop the Pot. 3rd last fence, final ditch. How do they jump it? Buddha Scheme was better than Sutton Manor, and Buddha Scheme now just about goes on to Sutton Manor. Scoop the Pot though is still very much within hailing distance. Penultimate obstacle now. Buddha Scheme, Scoop the Pot jumped it really well. The McManus colours near side. Sutton Manor is now a tired horse. Down towards the final fence they come. Buddha Scheme, Scoop the Pot, these two. Final fence now, little to choose between them. 1 more obstacle left to get over. Buddha Scheme just about the leader. Got over in front. Scoop the Pot's very tired in second. Strong Economy is rattling home from the back. It's Buddha Scheme, Scoop the Pot. Watch out for Strong Economy, those fairly roaring home. Buddha Scheme, Strong Economy, the air specialist is beginning to get up, and Strong Economy got there. Beat Buddha Scheme, Scoop the Pot in third. Sutton Manor last of 4.
I suppose on paper is one of his better runs to date for us. He seemed to, well, first of all we managed to stay on our feet. There's 1 or 2 maybe jumps that were a bit iffy, but I actually said afterwards, looking back, you'd maybe look at it and think he was probably the last one to come off the bridle when turning into the straight, and jump the first in the straight, and you probably still think he's got to win. And then he's maybe faded sort of from the back of the second last to the line, as if he possibly didn't get the trip. And I know we've been running him over staying distances and whatnot, but I think I'd possibly drop him back, even just a 3 mile. And I also think if you drop him back and trip, it might possibly help his jumping out a small bit, because over those marathon trips you're kind of just trying to lob away, and in the back of your mind trying to maybe save him for as long as possible. But I actually think it's possibly hindering him a small bit, because he doesn't really like you grabbing his head that much, and if you grab a hold of his head he kind of just sort of leans against you, and I think once or twice kind of when you're going into a fence he's kind of just leant against me and maybe made that sort of silly mistake, whereas I think if it was over 3 mile, just knowing that I'd like to think he's probably definitely going to get the trip quite well, you could probably just drop your hands in his withers and just let him actually lob away in his own stride, and I think the jumping and everything would probably come together then, because he doesn't jump bad, but I think sometimes I'm probably hindering him more than I'm helping him just by holding on to him with the staying on later on in the race. But look, there's still plenty fire in the belly. You know, he travelled and jumped very well for a long way, so I think I'd just step him back to 3 mile, and you can just line him up and let him roll away and go his own speed.
Further confirmation that Cinder Russell's horses are running well, because both Scheme and Sutton Manor have both run well for a long way.